What's going on, guys? It's Matty here from DCLblogger.com, and I'm very excited about the new announcement that Decentraland have just made. So they're going to be releasing a kind of more of a drag and drop builder for people like me that do not know anything about development and can literally just drag and drop items onto a scene, items onto a land, and build some interesting content. So they've just released this contest is going to be coming up in March. So the first week of March, the builder is going to be released, or early March, and on the 15th of March, the contest is going to start. So it's going to give us a week to kind of play around with the builder. I'm just going to go through just the basics of the contest and some of the interesting things. I think there's some of the really interesting points about it. There's definitely going to be prizes, and I think they're being really generous with the prizes because there's going to be 50 winners, guys. There's going to be top 50 creators are going to get land. So they're giving away land and mana. That's a lot of chances to win, right? 50 chances to win. So you can imagine how many people might be entering this contest. I think anyone has a good chance of winning the contest if you make a decent scene. So I want to first of all touch upon the Agora Vote. Should the size of each land parcel be increased? And it seems like the majority of the vote, in fact, we just recently had some whale with 6 million mana vote to change to 16 by 16 meters. So it seems like 87% of the community, or at least in terms of the mana weight, are voting to increase the size of each parcel to 16 by 16 meters. So it's gone from 10 by 10 meters to 16 by 16 meters. And what that means, guys, in terms of area dimensions, 10 by 10 meters is about 100 meters squared in area dimensions of your land. But if you do 16 by 16 meters, it's 256 meters squared. So that's about 2.5 times the area you're going to be having on each parcel. Okay, now keeping that in mind, now I'm looking at the type of scenes we can kind of build. So some examples here, some of the stuff that you can build with the builder, some examples that they've given. I'm going to be putting these in the post. Seems like you can do quite a lot. Obviously, the limitations because it's based on what they've added in the builder for us to drag and drop. But let's just go through the article that came out, going through the builder, the contest. So you can submit up to 20 different scenes in the competition. So each person can submit up to 20 different scenes in the competition. So I think what Decentraland are going for this, and it kind of makes sense that this year they're really going to be focusing on pushing out or getting a really heavy, strong, passionate, excited developer community on board. And these guys are going to be the core of what Decentraland, the core of the value that they're going to bring to Decentraland. They really are the one of the most important factors of Decentraland, obviously, to have good content. And I feel like last year was a lot of kind of setting out the groundwork, setting up the builder, setting up the Agora voting system, kind of fine-tuning that, and obviously it's still being fine-tuned, but now it's really focusing on, or trying to at least start on, bringing in some developers, some people, some content to be excited about, to start sharing on social media, to visit in VR, etc., etc. The top scenes will be featured in Decentraland, and their creators will be given mana and land according to their place in the contest. Submissions will be examined by a panel of judges comprised of designers, artists, and developers from the gaming and entertainment industry. So that's going to be pretty cool. This is just the start. This is just the announcement post. I have a feeling that Decentraland are really going to push this news out to a lot more development communities. Like last time, especially with the auction, they really showed me personally the power that they have in terms of marketing. Like they partnered with like 6 to 10 different altcoins, push it through Binance. Even Binance held a competition for them. They had just so much eyeballs, and they were they raised over 100 mil, or over 100 mil was spent. Well, they didn't raise it because it was burnt, but over 100 mil was spent in the second auction, which is so much money. In a extremely bear market. So that was really interesting just to see that they were able to create such a buzz around the auction. I'm very excited to see what kind of a buzz they can create around this developer contest. For the contest, you can only use the builder, so it's not for people using the developer SDK. That's obviously a lot more complex. This is really for people that just want to play around with the builder and give it some publicity, give it some use, this is what it's going to look like. What is the builder? You can drag and drop using the items that they've got pre-built within their within the builder. The builder is a web-based drag and drop editor that you can use to make scenes. Still under construction, but when it launches next month, it'll be freely available to everyone. Okay. So you can go to contest.decentraland.org to sign up. Basically, just put in your email address and it'll keep you updated. Let's look at the prizes, guys. What are the prizes? The panel of judges will review every scene that gets submitted, each scene that meets some basic quality standards. Kind of makes sense. Quality, there is some form of quality standards. I can see people just putting like a tree on a land and submitting it. We'll write more about this soon. Don't worry, we'll be rewarded with 100 mana. Wow. So each submission gets 100 mana, which at current value is about $4, maybe $3.50. But you know, 100 mana could be worth a lot more later on. And if this is a really easy way to just, you know, 20 scenes you can submit at the minimum. 20 times 100 is 2,000. So that's like 2,000 mana. You can get at the very least, which is like $65-70 at current market prices. It's pretty good. Beyond this, we've got some pretty exciting grand prizes for the judges' top picks. One of the biggest objectives for the creator contest is to inspire and motivate the community to create immersive environments that will help fill the virtual world. To that end, 50 of the best submissions will be deployed to Genesis City, and the creators will receive both mana and land. So I think the creators will receive the land that it's deployed to. The top 5 designs will win. 200,000 mana for first place. Second place, 150,000. Third place, 100,000. Fourth place, 50,000. Fifth place, 25,000. 200,000 mana is a lot of money. Whoa. 200,000 mana. Okay. At current price is 0.03, I think it's like 33 or something. $6,600. And it's not that far behind when mana was worth about 10 cents. I think it was just a couple of months ago, 2 to 3 months ago. So if we were even to reach 10 cents, that's is that $20,000? No, can't be. 200,000 times 0.1, $20,000. You could potentially win first place. At least $6,500 in first. That's a lot of money, guys. A lot to compete over, actually. In fact, they've got 5 top places, which is decent money. The remaining 45 creators will receive land and 7,500 mana. Okay, so do these guys get land as well? To that end, 50 of the best submissions. So these guys must get land as well. I'm not too sure. The remaining 45 creators will receive land and 7,500 mana. Okay, so I think 50 lands get distributed across the top 50, and the prizes get distributed equally. So even if you're a top 50, you get 7,500 mana, which is 7,500 times 3, a couple $100 for each their submissions. Soon we'll reveal the locations of the prize parcels. Okay, I'm ready to start. Where do I find the builder? Okay, the builder is going to launch in early March, a little before the competition, to give you some time to get used to the new tool. The creator contest will begin on March 15th. So about a month from now, we'll be kind of gearing up for the creator contest. We'll be in the middle of kind of playing around with the builder. I think this is a really cool thing that now, I mean, really just Decentraland, they've obviously done a lot in the background. They've made a lot of partnerships, they've developed, they've got a lot of funding, they've created a lot of buzz, they've had a lot of their initial investors pick the lands of their choosing, purchase and situate themselves the way they want to. But now they don't really have anything to show in terms of the front end of Decentraland, of what it is, with the utilities of it, etc., etc. What if I want to import other 3D art? A future release of the builder will allow you to import any other 3D models that you want. I think this is going to be really exciting. Obviously, this is just the start of exploring the capabilities, really just touching the iceberg, the tip of the iceberg of the capabilities of what, you know, building content might look like. But in the later release, it's pretty cool to know that you can import other 3D models that you want, you know, customize stuff, etc. I think it'll be really cool to import 3D models of your NFTs, your other NFTs, like your Axes or your Ethereum, maybe your CryptoKitties, your Gods Unchained cards, your collection of those in 3D. I think it'll be really awesome, especially in terms of community building, trying to bring the crypto community to one central 3D virtual point. I think it'll be really cool in terms of that. So I hope they move in that direction. After I build my scenes, how do I submit them? It's super easy. Just click add to contest in the upper right corner of the builder. Okay, so we're yet to see that. We yet to see the builder. How many scenes can I submit? 20 scenes. How big can my scenes be? All right, so the builder supports a range of scene sizes, all of which are accepted in the creator contest. You can submit a scene measuring 1 by 1, 2 by 2, 3 by 2, or even your own configuration up to 32 parcels. So if we're talking square dimensions, I think the max is 5 by 5. 6 by 6 is 36, so that's going to exceed the 32 parcel limitation. But 32 parcels is a ton of area dimensions. If you just take 5 by 5, that's 80 by 80 meters, which is I think it's 1,600 meters square. That's such a big scene. Like, it's going to be really cool to kind of build on something that big. You can build anything, guys. So imagine like building your favorite actual movie scenes, something like something from Harry Potter, maybe even The Shining, some really celebrated scene. You can kind of recreate it in 3D, maybe in a medieval war scene or something like that, an alien planet. It could be anything. So it's going to be really interesting to see what people build. And the really cool thing is also the fact that a lot of eyeballs will come from this stuff being shared on other social media sites. So the crypto community relatively is pretty small, obviously, compared to a lot of other communities out there. So it's really easy to reach them on Reddit and create some buzz around what you're building. And I think this is the next stage of Decentraland. This is where we're really going to see the utility and hopefully a lot of value that it expected to bring. And that's it, guys. So really cool competition. I think it's going to be, I think this is just like a one parcel scene. So imagine, 32, something 25 the size of this. And I think this is also just a 10 by 10 meters. So imagine 16 by 16 meters. So I can't even imagine how big it's going to look like. But I'm definitely going to enter this competition. I'll be tweeting the stuff that I'm building. I even asked my wife to give me some ideas, and she said even she'll try and create some scenes. So we'll see. It'd be a really good test to see. My wife is really not into developing at all. Neither am I, but she was pretty excited. So it'll be interesting to see what she can create, and even maybe my sister-in-law who's like 12 years old. If people like that can get involved, that's what I want to see. If people like that find it exciting to build and experience their builds in 3D, whoa, that'll be big news to me. And in terms of just the utility of what's happening with Decentraland, if they can make something that's fun to build and experience in 3D for these people that don't really know anything about Decentraland, not really into tech, virtual or augmented reality stuff at all, that'll be a really telling sign to me about the future of virtual reality. So anyway, a lot to expect, and I'm very excited for the year coming up. This is just, we're in February, guys. It's going to be March. So the first quarter is just really giving us an idea of what's going to come. And yeah, guys, really excited. I'll see you guys in another video. And yeah, excited to see what kind of scenes will be built.